If you're a completionist like me, and the idea of jumping onto a comic run whilst missing years of previous issues is not ideal for you, then this is the video for you. You might hate the idea of jumping onto a modern day run for a character who's existed since the 60s, since you want to know every single last minute detail of their history. I'm exactly like this, and it can be very overwhelming and difficult to figure out the history of your favourite character when team-ups and crossovers are so abundant. And you might even want to read many characters at once in chronological order, and just getting the right order becomes so messy and confusing. Well, I'm here to share with you how I make this experience as streamlined and easy as possible. That said, it's important to know that most comic runs are self-contained. You don't need to read every single issue in the history, as most comic runs do a decent job of filling you in on what's going on. However, despite knowing this, I still feel a need to read every single last issue for my favourite characters. So, you're a completionist and you want to read everything? The absolute best resource I've found to help with this is CMRO. This stands for Complete Marvel Reading Order. CMRO provides the order of every single Marvel comic. It organises the comics by teams, characters, universes, even locations, whatever you choose. They have a DC version too, however, I'm currently reading Marvel, and DC, I have this issue with way less because they're always rebooting, whereas Marvel's just one continuation, so I only have this issue with Marvel really. This site also highlights the most crucial issues and includes a brief description of each issue. So this means you can just read the issues of your favourite character which are really crucial, so you can miss out Spider-Man versus the fucking wall. It gives reasoning to specific orders, so it's even interactive, like if you think they've messed up, you can tell them and they will fix it. Most issues have reviews. There's a comment system, a rating system. CMRO just makes reading comics so much easier, especially if you're a completionist. It's the best resource by far that I've found. So this is how the website works. This is the homepage. You can pick orders, titles, groups, story arcs, characters. I'm going to use Daredevil as an example because he's my favourite character. So it organises characters into major characters and minor characters. And let's say I want to read Daredevil. I click on Daredevil. It's going to give me every single issue that Daredevil's ever appeared in, whether it's his own issue or it's a crossover issue or it's an event issue. As you can see, you can organise it into read, skipped, owned, read and owned, etc. And this doesn't only apply to characters, it also applies to story arcs. So for example, let's do Devil's Reign. Here we are, Devil's Reign. It's going to give you every single issue under the Devil's Reign story arc, whether it's a Daredevil issue, a Elektra issue, a Spider-Woman issue, Moon Knight issue. It ties them all up in the correct order, and they have this for every single Marvel story arc. There's groups. Let's say I'm a fan of the Fantastic Four. It's just going to give me every single issue that the Fantastic Four have appeared in, again, in correct order. Now let's say you want to read a specific title, not the whole character, like let's do Garth Ennis's Punisher. Go down here, find it, here it is. And then it's just going to give you every single issue from that run, self-contained, that just contain that run by itself. And it also has the order of everything Marvel, and you can even lower that to the core Marvel or the essential Marvel. So the essential are the issues that really matter, the core is the more important ones, and main is just everything. You can also select if you want to read the Max Universe, the Ultimate Universe, the Golden Age comics. Now, my favourite feature of this website is the comic box. To be clear, this is part of the pro version. I think you have to pay like £20 I think it's like £20 a year, but this is genuinely one of the best purchases I've made in a very long time. So what you do is you go into a character or a story arc or a group, and I'll just show you, let's say Absolute Carnage. You press this love heart button and it will put it in your comic box. And basically what it does is it organises your comics in chronological order. So as you can see, I've got a lot of Spider-Man, Daredevil, and they're all in correct order. As you can see, I've got some Luke Cage, Man-Thing. Now, here's the thing. Man-Thing's come up. I don't know why I didn't put Man-Thing on my love heart. So I can go to appearances, and okay, that's why. It's because Daredevil shows up in that issue. So it will put them in even if they're just in it for like a brief mention or a small cameo, and then you can scroll down here and see, okay, I probably don't need to read this because it's just a cameo. It also lets you go straight onto Marvel Unlimited by pressing read online. It takes you straight over to Marvel Unlimited where you can just read it. It's always got your most recent comics box issue in the right here. So as you can see, I'm on Spider-Man. Got a lot of Spider-Man to get through. So yeah, I think overall this is an excellent website, and it's just made reading comics so much more easy for me, especially as someone who is a completionist and I need to know everything. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of these issues I skip the action and I just read the lore. So I'm reading Spider-Man. This is getting interesting because Harry Osborn's becoming the Green Goblin again, but in these last two issues with the Punisher, I have just been skipping the action scenes and just reading the scenes with the characters because I don't find these older comics as interesting, especially when it comes to the action. It's a bit of a bog, and I'm just trying to get through it. I want to learn everything about the history, but I don't need to hear, like, when they fight in these old comics, they explain everything they're doing, and I don't need to read that. I just think if you're someone struggling to get into comics, this is the perfect thing for you. It just makes it astronomically easier, and it's so confusing to me why Marvel don't hire the people who made this to make their own Marvel Unlimited website. The Marvel Unlimited website is pretty fucking shit. Like, using this and Marvel Unlimited website together is great. I don't look up things on Marvel Unlimited. I look it up on this, and then I click on the link to get onto Marvel Unlimited, just due to how bad Marvel Unlimited is. But yeah, that's it. I would highly recommend this website. Just give it a try. You don't have to buy the comic box. Give it a try, and if you like it, please buy the comic box because it's great.